Now, in another story, Usman Baba, Inspector General of Police, IGP, has named Tunji Disu as head of the Intelligence Response Team, a unit once led by Abba Kyari, a Deputy Commissioner of Police. The Police Service Commission has suspended Kyari on the recommendation of the IGP over his alleged relationship with Ramon Abbas, a self-confessed international fraudster, better known as Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy had alleged that he bribed Kyari to arrest and jail one of his rivals in Nigeria after a dispute over a $1.1 million scam on Qatari business people. But Kyari denied any wrongdoing, saying he never collected money from Hush Puppy. In a statement on Monday, Frank Mba, police spokesman, and said the appointment of Disu is on the heels of management's decision to fill the leadership gap within the IRT and refocus the unit for better service delivery. Seyi Adetayo, a security expert, joins us to discuss the aftermath of the suspension of Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and the naming of a new head of police intelligence team. Good afternoon, Adetayo. Good to have you on Newsday.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so this response, even though people were expecting it, was actually quite a welcome one. But how radical is the reshaping of the organization known as the IRT?
Okay, let me say this, that it's not a good time for the Nigerian police because it's actually, this event is putting it right there under global watch or scrutiny right now. But this swift action by the Inspector General of Police, Police Service Commission is a good step towards trying to redeem the image of the force. And the selection of we call him Mr. Good Guy as the new IRT head is the best option. I can say, he's the best police officer right now in the Nigerian police force that can actually fit the bill. If you look at the things that he did when he was in Lagos as the commander of the RRS and the way he pursued his mission, when you have a police department that, people call the good guys, it simply means that they went beyond, enforcement by bringing humanity, human face into their police duty. For the first time, we began to see policemen helping people that were stranded on the road, helping commuters or drivers whose vehicle broke down. They stay with them, help them to change the tires, to prevent them from being robbed. And at times they escort. We saw a situation during his time that I think a woman was having an emergency and they went to pick the woman, took the woman to the hospital, escorted the husband to the hospital. Even after the woman delivered, they were there to ensure that they support the family. That is the Nigerian police of our dream. That is the Nigerian police that we want. And having a man who was able to establish such in Lagos at the hands of affairs of IRT, I see us not just having a very potent force that can confront robbers, kidnappers, but that also have the spirit that having a good human spirit to hit, ensuring that at every point in time, they leave smiles in the faces of Nigerians at every point in time.
But to those people out there who say that this is what they've been saying all along, that the police force in Nigeria has been an instrument of oppression. Right now, with all that has happened, my question is this: how do we restore confidence back to the Nigerian police as a unit that is supposed to protect and safeguard lives and property?
The issue has to do with the way the Nigerian police is currently structured. A situation we have one man in Abuja to oversee hundreds of thousands of policemen across the whole country is a difficult one, where decisions are being made far away, 1,000 kilometers away, over the fate of a policeman in Lagos or in Ibadan, where you have to, report to a department in Abuja over, a misconduct of a DPO in Abuja or somewhere. It's a major issue. And I've been an apostle of the state police that we need to break this monstrous, arrangement down into a manageable level where decisions can be taken at a level that is not far away from the people. That will enhance ability to be able to manage the conduct and also ensure discipline and maintenance of discipline. Is one of the problems. You see, the problem that Abba Kyari is having today is just the replica of the Nigerian police. Hardly will you see a senior police officer that does not have relationship with people of questionable character, background, or source of wealth. And as long as you cannot prove or you have they've not been indicted, it's difficult for you to question why you are relating with people like this. Because one, getting response from police is about who has the money or who has the eyes. If you are rich and you are connected, you can easily get response from the current Nigerian police as it is than when you have nothing. So, and then you see that most of the people who get this attention are the people with money, irrespective of where they get this money. So, it's unfortunate that, all the leadership, from the senior officer upward, one way or the other, if you begin to check through the crux of people they are relating with, you see quite a number of people with questionable character that at one point or the other must have even rendered assistance or there have been exchange of goodwill between two of them. And if it's brought open now, it won't be different from what we've seen, situation we've seen Abba Kyari having right now.
And yet we have the good guy, as you profiled, very impressive profile. And,
right.
And DCP Disu holds some admirable criteria. What would I say in his CV? There's quite some impressive retinue there. It says he trained in Botswana, small arms smuggling, also internet fraud training at the University of Cambridge, and so forth. So if you juxtapose the good guys and the super cop profile, both of them made in Nigeria, were they feasting on different diets? What produced the difference?
I'd like this about who you have. It is your character that you bring into your job. You see, we've seen issue of being dedicated. Yes, dedication, yes, for Abba Kyari. But now, ethical conduct, we have big questions around that now. For Disu, dedication, yes. Ethical conduct, yes. We don't have anything as to speak right now to question his conduct. And this is somebody that I've had close relationship with on many fronts. And this is a man, you call him on the phone and you tell him that there is an issue. Tunji Disu will respond immediately. He will call you back to give you feedback. If it's something that is outside his own jurisdiction, he will get in touch with those people and you give him feedback and say, the DP of social place will call you over this matter. I've just spoken to him. And I want to say that we have people like Disu as well. But when we're talking about people like this, Tunji Disu stands out. Maybe because he worked in Lagos, but Lagos is a place that people can easily run into trouble. Lagos is a place where we have all sorts of people with questionable character. But for him to have led RRS in Lagos for that such a long period and the amount of achievement that he was able to make, notable part of the work that I could remember right now was the Ebola Model College, what is it called? Abduction of students in that school. You know, it played important role in the eventual rescue and eventual arrest of those that were involved, you know, with the criminal act. And for so many years, bank robberies in Lagos was put to an end. For so many years, when he helped sway the commander of RRS, for many years, we did not record a single bank robbery in Lagos. The first one that we will record in many years was the one that happened in Lekki after so many years. And that shows that not tactically, the man is strong, the man is good and is brilliant. And then he has the best form of temperament that one could expect to be brought into such a job. And another thing about him is that he's not a man that runs after the media as in media exposure. He wants to be seen everywhere, or you want, some PR agency to write about him and things like that. And that's one thing, that I give to him. If there is a problem in Lagos State at that time around 2 a.m., Tunji Disu will be physically there. It's not about him sending his man. Yeah.
Permit me to actually interject at this point in time. What I just want to find out from you, because we have very limited time, is there an internal structure to ensure things like this show of shame doesn't happen? Because we know in other crimes there are internal affairs that ensures that before issues come out, they actually nipped in the bud. Do we have that same internal working in the police force here in Nigeria?
We do. Nigerian police as we have today is something we inherited from the British. And all the internal control process that were handed over to us were being domesticated and made, in such a way that it could help us. The issue here is that, do we use them? How often do we bring tribal sentiments, religious sentiments into what we do? Of recent, a senior police officer was lamenting the fact that they arrested someone for committing a crime, and an AIG in Abuja called and said they should release the person. This someone arrested live committing a crime. But for ethnic bias, ethnic sentiment, a call came from Abuja and said, release this person immediately. And they had no other option. Other from Abuja. If we allow the law to take its course in the Nigerian police force, we'll have the best of discipline that respect.
Thank you, Seyi Adetayo, security expert. Thank you for your time on Newsday.